Hey guys, it's GoBlue117. I'm back for some more Fire Emblem. So we're about to start Chapter 1, which means we're going to start on the main journey. So we're taking Lynn, and right now we only have Lynn, to Bulgar, which is the largest city in the Seke Plains. So we'll see what happens from there. And just as a heads up, I'm probably going to be quiet for most of these little conversation parts. Unless I really feel I have to explain something, so... Okay, so we've just met these two knights, Kent and Sane, and we've pretty much just walked away from them because Lynn thought that they were both hitting on her. So now we're being chased by bandits, so we'll be bandits again. But this time we're actually going to get some help because we're going to get a couple allied units now, so it's not just going to be Lynn against, what is it, like 5 bandits? Now it'll be Cat and Sane, the first recruited units that we have. Well, I guess we didn't really recruit them in the sense that we had to do anything to get them. We just got them automatically. Later in the game, they're going to be units that we can actually recruit to get, that we don't have to get otherwise. So this is another battle that, for the first part, is fixed, but it's going to show us a couple more basic principles of the game, which is not a bad thing. And I'm sorry about this cough. I was listening to the narration from the prologue. It seemed really bad, but I've been sick for about a week, so... And then I decided it'd be a perfect time to start a new project, mostly because I wanted to keep going with Art of Sorrow, but obviously I couldn't, so I decided to go ahead and start it because I really wanted to. Anyway, here's Kent and Sane. This is Kent. His stats are pretty good. I mean, he's a Cavalier, which is a mounted unit. And he's pretty baseline, average. Does pretty well with most of his stats, but doesn't really excel with anything. And Cavaliers can move farther than other units, and could also sometimes have better defense. Now, as for Sane here, so we're gonna have to attack with Sane, and I'll explain him in a minute. But you can see we had the down arrow because we're using a lance, and as I explained before, the axes are better than lances. And they're actually going to explain that right now, so I'll go ahead and talk about Sane really quick, because I didn't have a chance to talk to him, but I highlighted his stats. Sane is actually a really great unit. I plan on using him in my final team, and first time I played this through, he was my best unit. He doesn't have a good defense, and his growths for defense are pretty poor, but he has a ton of power, and I like him a lot more than Kent, though some other people say otherwise. Early on, you might think Kent is better, but later on, when Sane actually gets some defense, he's going to be really, really good and just be trashing everything. So now we're going to attack with Kent. And since we're using the sword, now we're just going to definitely hit him. And missed. And we're going to kill him with Lyn, I think. Yeah, we're going to kill him. Okay. And the great thing about Lyn, while she doesn't have a great defense and her HP isn't good, hit percentage is very low for enemies trying to hit her. Her avoid is excellent, and her speed is also good, so she'll get a lot of double attacks. Those are the main upsides of most pretty much sword masters. She technically is a lord, but she acts just like a sword master. Now here's another important principle that we're going to be using a lot, which is terrain. The squares with trees in them actually give you an avoid boost. So even though Sane was better on the weapon triangle because he was using a sword, he missed because the enemy was in the trees. Now, that was rigged, obviously, and most 87% are going to hit anyway, but definitely try and use forts, which we'll see later. Obviously, forests and other terrain units like that to try and get an advantage. So, let's go ahead and attack with Kent. And at random times, I've been seeing that my video either lags randomly or it also pixelates really badly. So don't worry about that. I usually am able to clear it up in a couple seconds. Just be patient. Alright, so I think just one more turn after this, and then we'll be able to be free and do it on our own. I'm gonna try and get as few kills with Kent as possible because I'm not gonna be using him, and I don't want to waste experience on him. I'm gonna really try and level up Sane now, so I don't have to later as much, and I can level up other units that I want to use. Don't get me wrong, Ken is a decent unit. I guess I've been kind of acting like he's just a terrible unit, but he's decent, just not somebody I plan on using in my final team, and even though that's a long way away, I'd rather give Sane as much experience as possible. So now we're going to trade for the first time, so when you're next to other units, you can actually trade what's in your inventory, and this is helpful for healing with vulneraries, and also when your weapons break, which we haven't gone over yet, but the uses are right next to the items, so like the iron sword that Sane has is 46 uses left and stuff like that. So you can give other weapons to units, and it's also useful when your inventory is full and you don't want to have to throw something away because you have too much, because you can only hold 5 items. So that's what trading is for, usually. Actually, hang on, I'm going to go ahead and change the text speed. I think that's all I want to do. You can also change the battle animations so that they're off so we don't get the little cutscene, but this game isn't that long, and especially early on, where I can get the chapters done in one video anyway, I want to just keep it on just because I'd like to keep them on. And come on, man. Oh well, at least I can get this. Oh wait, that's Kent. Yeah, never mind. Let's see if I can get him far enough away that the guy will go after Sane. I'll probably either keep... Jesus Christ. Okay, well, I probably won't use Lin. So I guess I will get plenty of uses with Sane. I'm probably just going to have him kill the... Obviously, this guy. And then the other 3 bandits. And there goes pixelating. Hang on. Sorry. Okay, that's better. I'm going to use another vulnerary. And I'm just going to leave the other 2 guys there, I think. Yeah. You can end the turn before all your units have moved if you just hit a space where there's no unit and then just choose end. That'll end your turn. Alright, let's go ahead and kill this guy. But you can see Sane is doing 11 damage with 1 hit. And once he gains a little speed, it'll be doubling, and it's going to be very hard for the enemy to do anything about it. Unless you get him just a big mass of units. But you shouldn't have to do that. Okay, you should be fine. Yeah, he'll definitely be fine. And I just want to check this. You can check the unit screen, same menu as the... and just choose unit, and then you can check level, experience, stuff like that. Hang on. And looks like you can see who you can talk to, although I don't know if that actually works for some reason. For some reason, I'm thinking there's some problem with that, but I don't know. Let's go ahead and do that, and now we can kill Zugu. Sane should be up to almost level 3, because we're going to get almost a whole level of experience from the boss. And we're done. So, another really quick chapter. Yeah, he got 80 experience, which is nice. See if he can get some defense. Okay, resistance, I'll take that. Now, if Lin would actually get some defense and resistance, that'd be even better. But I guess that's asking for a little too much. So, I think it was Kent who said that Lin may be Kent and Sane's mission, so I guess he's going to have to explain that. And I'm sorry if I'm making the text scroll a little too much. I'm used to being able to just go through it, and I'll try and keep it so you have enough time to read it, but sometimes I might just do it out of reaction or reflex or whatever. So... Okay, so that's it, and I'll kind of talk about what happened there in the next video.